And welcome on in and gather round, gang. It's time for some more Age of Wonders 4. Hope you're having a fantastic day, night, wherever it is in your neck of the woods. Here it is October 31st, so for spooky season, I figure for Age of Wonders 4, we are going to create ourselves a fun necromantic cat. So this is Archon the cat, and we'll get to showing off exactly what makes him special in but a moment. Thank you all for casting your votes on the poll to decide what we're playing today. So the plan is me and the Lady Wizard are heading on over to some friends later on, but when we come back, depending on how I feel, we will probably jump into another stream and jump into kind of a beginning account for Warframe. I have been playing Warframe kind of on and off for pretty much since the beginning, but now we'll start up a new account over here on PC, and that should be a ton of fun. So today, like I said, we're going to be playing as Archon the cat, and I have built us up a lovely realm. So let's go ahead and jump into a new game. Got a custom realm built. We've got the Oasis Empire. So we got quite a few things added on in here. Plan is same as kind of our last stream that got interrupted, where we were playing as a giant king that was trying to invade a blessed realm. We're doing the same thing here, but I've changed it up a smidge. So this is an Oasis Empire. We were playing it with barren oceans. So instead of actual proper seas, we are going to have deserts. So desert provinces are going to be uninhabitable. And then these provinces are also going to have sandstorms that will make you blind when you fight on them, but only those provinces, not all of them. We also got the Blessed Fields here, so there's not going to be any ashlands. Snow, sand, and ice are going to be rare. Grasslands are common, and blessed handcrafted realms are common, and there are going to be lots of, at least there should be, lots of the, like I said, the handcrafted blessed realms. So it's all the glowy kind of holy trees. We'll be invading our way through here with zombies. It's going to be great. And then it's a celestial ground, so we're going to have more celestial units, Crusader host infestations, which should come after us pretty aggressively, and then we've got constructed ancient wonders such as ziggurats are going to be common, which may kind of clash with our overall game plan, but that's going to be fine. We've also got an explorative underground here, so the underground caverns are much smaller, but they are more numerous. There's more pickups in the underground, and ancient wonders appear there too, so it's less for building and more for exploring. We've also got the Umbral Abyss going, so since we're zombies, we can also become kind of eldritch demonic zombies, which seems like that could be in our favor. So we have the Umbral Abyss keep creeping across the realm. It's kind of like an extra layer on top of the underground that you can go into, and there are demons in there. So we're going to try to make friends with those demons and benefit. There's also going to be a volcanic eruption, so any of the provinces that do become desolate are going to have volcanic eruptions. They're going to explode and deal damage to everyone on that region. It's going to be great. So when you're having combat in these provinces, which will also do it. So we should have a kind of a fun, barren... when there is barren wasteland, it'll be a nightmare to fight in, which should be a lot of fun. So let's dive right on in. I've got it as a large map too, so it should be a little bit bigger than normal. 6 players, hard difficulty because brutal is a little bit too much for my poor self. Let's see what other advanced settings we need to go through real quick. In fact, we could bump this up to 7 empires. That seems a little bit more fun. And then, yeah, so challenging on the combat AI, so they're smart, but they're not getting any extra cheats. And then the only other thing that's kind of relevant here is I've removed the generated rulers, so they're all ones that are going to be custom, so either we've created them, or they've been created by Triumph. None of the Pantheon rulers that have already completed the game, because they would be getting, frankly, throat-chopped by some of the ones we've created. This looks good. The other thing I've done is I've removed all the other dark cultures, because as of now, we are playing in the Gargoyle beta. So the Gargoyle beta is basically, for the most part, is reworking the dark culture, and I'll show off exactly what's going on with that here in a moment. We have a dev blog read-through and an update as well, so if you'd like to go check those out in more detail, that's where that is. All of the different victory conditions on outside of score, because that's kind of boring. And let's move on through. Yeah, we won't save it. But we have Archon the cat, which has been recreated here for the Gargoyle update, because we've split the dark culture here into 2 subcultures. So we have the Cult of Death, which is what we are going to be playing as. Here today, our people are familiar with death, a sacrifice is the norm, and a tool for their overlord to use. Yeah, we're basically the Toon Kings, but we're Toon Cats. So we're definitely going to be embalming lads and turning them into resources. Units gain power when friendly or hostile units are slain through power from death, which gives us mortal blessings, which gives us more health and critical hit chance, all sorts of good stuff. Heroes in your crypts can be turned into embalmed sacrifices, which we can use for buildings, and like it already says here, for powerful city structures, or to cast Morbid Sacrifice. So everyone in a province heals, gains camouflage, gains morale, and gains extra health. It's an insane spell, but it is costly because it costs these heroes actually to properly use. Also trying to make use of some of the Archon prophecy traits that were added in. So we've got Vision of Destiny here. So on arrival, we must interpret a vision of what your people are destined to become. we are going to become Deathbringers. We'll permanently empower our units upon completion, and we'll gain 2 affinity based on that chosen interpretation, which will be Shadow for ourselves here. We've also got talented collectors, so we're fascinated by rare materials and spend large parts of their lives collecting and studying them, so cities are going to gain +5 gold, mana, knowledge, food, production, and draft for every single magic material, which I felt worked well with the kind of mortuary cult where they're trying to gather all the goodies to make arcane doodads to help power up their empire. It's all sorts of scientific terminology here we got today. Our ambition is going to be a Dominator, which is going to be all about bringing units back from the dead or recruiting them after combat. We can get 25 renown every single time, and if we do it with a tier 4 unit, we gain a extra ability, which allows us to steal other people's units. How awesome. Let's dive right on, and we'll talk about any of the extra stuff as we get there. For our kind of next stream with Age of Wonders, I'm going to try out more of the Tyranny cults, or subculture. But the Tyranny subculture is, while this one is more about empowering your units through death and embalming heroes, the Tyranny subculture is more about kind of controlling the map and controlling vassals through stealing heroes and keeping them in your prison as hostages. So much more about keeping them alive and torturing them, as opposed to turning them into mummies, I guess, that we can smear on buildings. We'll also notice that the Dark subculture had a split between units, so the first 2 Tier 1 units are functionally the same, outside of the Immortal, the Charged Dagger we'll see in just a moment, having some slight differences where it now can come back after death. So if it dies in combat, and as long as you win that battle, and we'll get to it in just a moment. So new ruler emerges, let's do the thing. We've got the Tome of Necromancy to start, so we're harvesting souls and creating undead creatures, specializing in expendable units and starting our soul economy. We are cats that I've changed a little bit here, so they've got Overwhelm Tactics, which should stack very nicely with all the other extra critical hit chance they're gaining from Mortal Blessing, so extra critical hit chance when standing next to someone else with Overwhelm Tactics, which doesn't stack together, so you can only ever get this one bonus, but everything else stacks on top of this, which is awesome. They're also elusive, so if we're trying to move through into a better position and we trigger our opportunity attacks or retaliation, we will not take as much damage, which is always nice. Athletics allows us to move much faster, even off of horses, which we have our foot soldiers can move much further, and then our troops are cowards, which allows us to get additional traits here. So we had flaw added, so morale loss increased by 25%, and morale gain reduced by 25%, which seems really bad, but will not be once we become zombies. Alright, we begin with Necrotize. Simple, we deal damage, they become a zombie if they die, and then Death Waltz is the new Cult of Death spell, which is going to have our units regain all their action points and health, gain Resurgence, so after they die in combat, they're revived at the end of combat if they're victorious, and we get half our health and all of our move points back, which is awesome. But then we gain Doomed, so as soon as this turns over, that unit just dies. So you want to use it when they're already close to death. It allows you to kind of power them up one last time, they get one final punch in, and then they come back after the battle's over, provided you win. As you prepare your strategy for ruling this new realm, the world around you gives way to the vision of a world tree. You climb the kaleidoscopic tree of unprecedented vastness. It is the cosmic tree. Its branches extend endlessly towards all poles of the astral sea. Whispers, songs, and shouts call and beckon you. Some friendly, some harsh, some seductive. They all know your name, yet you realize there is one color, one branch that harbors the destiny of the Tomb Cats. But of course, that is the branch you must follow. Which voice, which color does your heart elect? The dead branch toward the whispers, of course. Seems like the best place to be. We need to gain... so we need to slay units or lose them, grow some shadows, and increase our shadow affinity by 3. So the dead branch leads you down, not up. You're guided to the coldest, darkest shadows of the tree. An unspeakable terror dwells here, but you feel no fear, only admiration. The entity extends one of its hooked limbs to grace you. Its touch intoxicates you, and you desire more. You drink from a cool well of secrets, but soon light begins to pierce the shadows. You're back in the world and your vision has ended, yet your mission is revealed. When you sit in your web of shadows and deceits, the full potency of Shadow Affinity is yours to manipulate, which will grant us an unknown bonus. I will prove that I'm a manipulator and a servant of Shadow. Alright, so begin with Archon himself, an Immortal, and a Pursuer, so no extra units. which is slightly concerning. We're going to be dealing with all sorts of nasty stuff here, aren't we? Off the bat, there's not a lot of immediate gains. We can go ahead and send our scout over and pick up this creature cage. We get a Gortus Piglet, that'll be nice. We may just want to come over here and try to take this smaller fight. Four guys is kind of mean. We're going for it, though. Let's go ahead and bring them up and around. We want everyone into this first fight, if we can help it. The scout can't make us, we'll just send them on. Now, 4v4. Let's go ahead and pick our research. We've got Soul Collection, where it costs us 45 mana and it sustains. It doesn't tell us exactly how much. We gain souls and, it costs us gold. So 10 souls for 30 gold, that doesn't seem great right now. Decaying or Skeletal Reanimation. Let's go for Decaying. None of that's super exciting. Yeah, so we'll just move to here, and we'll probably send on just the Immortal to attack him. Excellent. Risky battle. Let's go ahead and dive in. I've done some graphics drivers updates. We'll see if I'm still unable to kind of hover over the abilities. Let's see. Yeah, they're still all... I gotta figure out what that is about. Basically, I'll try to have... I will have to show off the abilities not inside this screen. So, the Immortal is what the old Dark Warrior has been renamed to. I think they gave it additional health. It's got same old damage it used to. It's going to have Expendable now, so if this unit dies, it doesn't affect morale of anyone else. It has a lesser resurgence as well, so if it dies in combat, it's revived at the end of combat if its owner is victorious. If you lose, you don't get this guy back, but if it's revived, it comes back with 10% of its health because it's lesser, and no move points. Nothing else exciting here? Cool. They are foot soldier chargers, and because they have athletics, they're going to be much more useful because they can get around the map a lot easier. Move you to about here. And then we'll have our archers move forward. The pursuer is pretty much the same as it used to be, except for it doesn't no longer applies weakened on its main attack. And it can actually now instead teleport 3 hexes, which can only recharge once you get a kill. So it's actually a pursuer where if you're trying to get away, little cat ears, if you're trying to get away, it can just teleport towards you and get all 3 shots, which is pretty incredible. We've made Archon a Warlock, which I'm pretty sure was a new type added in. Well, I can't see here, can we? Well, he's a... Well, yes, we can. He's a Warlock, so they're debuff and undeath experts. They were added in because they split the... I don't remember exactly what it's called. I think it was called the Ritualist. And they basically split the Ritualist's abilities between what is still the Ritualist and now the Warlock. So the Warlock's all about debuff and undeath, and the other's about healing and plants and such. Gortus piggies. These guys are derpy little pigs. They're pretty great, and they will evolve if you get them to max rank into much bigger piggies. Bring it. Has to be a friendly corpse, really. I guess it has to be a friendly undead. So if we wish, we could teleport up and hit them thrice. They've done a pretty good job of moving. So what we're going to do is actually just try to draw them in. So we'll have... What do we want to be the sacrifice? Probably our Dark Warrior. We've got our Dark Warrior here. Piggy here. We'll have the rotate. Pull you in behind, and then I think everything else can stay. Not quite. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Don't really want to spend any of our mana if we can help it, so let's pass and see what they go for. Thank goodness they miss. A good old 9 damage trade, and they will always hit the same unit twice, if they can. Okay. So to get away from these, I'm actually going to Relentless Pursuit to here. Fire the bow in. Oh, we missed the 3rd shot, which is unfortunate. Not being able to move on the charge is also a little bit sad. We'll bring you up. Death Blast in there. Like, we can probably... Oh, they both get hit. Mistake on my part. But if we can come over here and hit them, both the pigs and the other, that's a unit we can resurrect next turn and use against them. And we all gain Mortal Blessing, so more health. Here's some Condemnation. Health and critical hit chance. And this was always going to be a... Oh, they kill... Pigs down! Still gives us Mortal Blessing. We'll go ahead and resurrect said piggies. They're a zombie now, and we'll send the zombie after the crows. We can completely remove the retaliation coming around behind here. Big chop. Almost. And if we get the crit, we take him down. Go for it. No such luck. We'll simply have them... There's gonna be some nastier. I think we're gonna lose. Well, I guess this is a zombie. It doesn't really matter if he goes down. We already lost the Gore Tusk. Alright, pass. Hey there, Undermine. Abilities notes seem to be a bit slippery at the moment. Periodically blinking again. Yeah, no, that's... if I missed your text or your message earlier, but yeah, that's something I've been kind of dealing with since... I can't even tell you when. It was probably the Griffin update, or maybe a little bit before. I've tried a couple things to get it fixed up, but nothing has stuck thus far, which is unfortunate. Why is that charge so bad? Still go for it. Yeah, so the abilities, if we're hovering them, they are going to blink. That's just the way it is. They get quite tanky, don't they? Step over, that's gonna be a bad... No kill no matter what. Are they in the bushes? That's what's causing so many problems here. What if we just run up and shiv them? Give them for a stab in the back. Right in the back. Everyone gets some Mortal Blessing, and then we can go ahead and take the crows down, recharge our pursuit, and get a little bit more health. Zombie moves up. We should have overwhelm tactics on both of them. Good 90% chance I might have hurt these lads though. And well, yeah, we definitely lost their chance to hit. Let's see if we can still. 50% is no problem. Never punished. Although, except for our piglet was slightly punished. We gained 4 souls. Not bad. There's more going on over here. Is this just some food, or what's going on? Looks like food. Okay, so we'll probably just have the one warrior go pick up the food. We definitely could use some more troops. We started with just about nothing since all of our empire types weren't really for... Or I guess all of our empire traits didn't give us any extra units. Craft production, I always start with the library for more knowledge. Then we'll go ahead and pop the Whispering Stone in here. That way we get a bit of stability. Nice. I don't know if we can see any of the new buildings for our subculture just yet. Nope. Probably not until tier 2, or at least until we have an embalmed hero. Alright, cool. What is required? You run over here and pick up this food. I want to clear out everything that's kind of around us first, so while we could do some exploring, let's zoom on back this way. Athletics coming in handy for sure here. Also lets you get around the map real quick. Alright. Tower of Scratchification. We'll go ahead and put in a library at these pastures. Gives us some growth, some production, and boost up our library here. I say a library, I meant a forester. That's way too much to rush. And we're not quite close enough to fight that one, and we probably would have a tough time anyway with just 3 units. We definitely could use some more expendable frontline. Alright, well there's the start of one of our kind of desert areas. This one also want a magic material? Yeah, it is. Awesome. Be able to get in range with at least a majority of our units here, so you step back 1. Low risk of battle, let's see. I'm betting we lose nothing. Nice. We'll take that. And this one is on a rainbow clover, so there's a high likelihood there are some plants. There's some plants in here. Let's see. Really? No plants. Just a paladin. Which deals an absolute heap of damage. Now with our death waltz, we might be able to do something. 78 gold. I am actually cool with paying that. We'll grab ourselves another immortal too. We need warriors. Go up the road a little ways here. Is that a crate of gold? No, it's a crate of taking an item. That might be even better. Alright, cool. Another turn. Oh, is that 8? We have to take out 500 total units or lose them? Really, that's a lot. Well, maybe it's not. We need to count exactly how much we're gaining every turn here. Or every time we have a fight. I mean, just with the 2 healers, this seems very doable. Just get everyone into range. That we can hopefully do multiple turn things this turn. Gain rally and fortune. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm happy to sacrifice one of our dark warrior if we need to. Let's do this. Thankfully, no abilities on the early game here that are too complicated. I have found a kind of a workaround where if you get around our kind of blinking UI on the campaign map, but that's the only way I've found so far. No healers is unfortunate. Both of the spirits, well, one of the spirits could hit. They tend to advance when 30% of their units can actually strike you. Yeah, fair enough. That hit could be much worse. Being hit 3 times though is gonna be pretty bad. We're gonna start with the Outrider. We have plenty of mana now, so if I need to go for a Necrotize to perhaps weaken them, we can. Only issue with that is these light spirits can cleanse status effects. Make sure we can't get caught. We can use the teleport. It's more for pursuing. Ah, now we don't get... I guess we still get 2 shots. We'll force one of them to likely use their heal. Want to move you in. I think you're going to get hit 3 times the next turn. It's going to be a bad time. Let's teleport over to here. Make sure I know how far you can move. I guess we're just not going to get a ton of hits. We'll just have to position good for next turn. Which I actually think is entirely fine. We'll go Necrotize on you then. Maybe we can force both of them to sit there and heal. Really? I'm surprised. You're doing almost nothing. Let's go for these healers over here. A higher chance on them, huh? Again, color me surprised. Necrotize them, you might as well. It doesn't actually cost that much. It's such a good bread and butter spell. Alright, take them out. And then we might be able to turn them into a zombie. Just kidding. Not quite. Go for it. Oh, the key crit. And now it's just the paladin. And even if he manages to kill our Dark Warrior, the Dark Warrior will come back. Get him, zombie. Okay, he's been resisted. We'll go ahead and just smack him here. Should take them out of defense mode too. I don't know if he actually already was, but I'd love to see how many critical hits we're getting even before having any kind of morale boosts. Run on up, and not quite. Oh, unless we get a crit. Mortal Blessing triggers again, and that extra health is so cool. It's almost like a secondary form of healing. It's like a pseudo plus, or I guess a temporary 5, because it gives you extra health that you can't. Basically, if they take it away, it's not going to hurt you unless it goes past a certain amount, which is awesome. Staff of the Magi. Well, this is great. Does it allow us to be a necromancer? No, but we get to shoot some awesome lightning. We can always come over here and grab some resurrections too. Summon a bone wyvern. Let's go ahead and pick up. So transfer life. We don't even get to see what this does. That's great. Blood pack. We don't get to see what that does either. Oh, my UI is real messed up. So we have to guess what Hex Pact is? Great. Oh, what is going on? Well, lads, we don't get to see what any of our abilities do. Some of them will blink, some of them won't. I'm gonna have to do some investigation outside of the stream here. Oh, there that goes. That's crazy, though. Let's go ahead and pick up a Hex Pact. Sure, let's see what that does. Siphon Blessing. Who knows, man? Oh, wait, what am I talking about? We need to be a resurrection. So cancel that, pick up Transfer Life, and we can bring in some more summons. We'll have to guess what those things do. Which is not my favorite outcome there, but it's the way it is. How much closer do you have to get? Just one step. Perfect. And we'll send in the Pursuer. Nothing but supports. Well, we'll see. We might need to use some spells to get through this one. Without losing anyone, at least. I get it up to 2 times speed. Yes, nothing but support units is going to be obnoxious. Transfer life. Gains hit points. Oh, good grief. Units summoned by the caster will die. This kills an enemy. Oh, okay, it refreshes if you do that thing. Okay, sweet. So transfer life, we get to use it again later on. I'm trying to figure out exactly what that's doing, because that's assaulting us by blinking. I do not really want to move too far forward. It's a 90% chance to hit. So what we should probably do is actually come over here, draw them in a bit, rotate with 1. Rotate to here, and then defense mode. We'll set up some nice return strikes. Keep you back a bit. Transfer some life and strengthen them. And then we can recharge this ability if we kill something. also get up in their face. How much damage do you deal? 16 as opposed to 12. So we definitely teleport in closer. And just try to dogpile one of these units, so probably the one in the center. Go for a necrotize, that's a lot of damage. Moving in charge striker from this side that we're not getting in our other unit's way. Next to one another. Go for it. So you take them out of defense mode. Triple shot of Doom. Turns them into a zombie. And recharges their teleportation ability. Zombie doesn't get to do anything. Well, fair enough, I guess. Let's go for some shots here. Grace removed. A nice critical hit. And then lightning blast them. Runs. That's going to be a lot of damage. Thank goodness they grazed. Alright, so we'll send the zombie after the light spirit. Doesn't stand a chance. You can teleport. That's such a good ability. Yeah, run to here so we get extra critical hit chance. Punch them in the face. That's a dead dragon. And we can move up, get a pretty effective lightning blast. And just let these zombies... Oh, we already let the zombies finish them, didn't we? If we get one shot either way, let's go for a higher chance to hit. And we pass. Oh no, you're decaying. Zombie cats. Oh, they just died to dysentery. That's too bad. We gained some souls. I realize I've forgotten to count our shadow already. Although we do gain an amulet of vitality, extra 10 hit points, and some food. Sure. Got ourselves a lovely blood vial. Just sip on if the battles get too tough. The Goat Zealots. The Here Seen Wild Spirits. That's a name. Alright, so we've got gain 150 knowledge per hero defeated in combat soon. We just have to find our first free city. Likely they're here or over here, because we've already kind of explored up this direction. They're usually pretty close to you, your first one. Oh good, the tower can annex another province. We'll go ahead and pick up a farm on the iron deposit here for production and food again. We've got one... Oh, they've actually changed this little icon here. This didn't used to look quite like this. So these little tiny buttons, which you use to speed it up now. I think before it said, like, instantly... I don't remember. It's been long enough that I've forgotten now, but it said that it was a much larger button. This looks great. So one more turn is all we have to wait. Don't know what's in the underground. There's no way we take on the Artificer's Altar, but this counts as a mine. Any of our magical origin units require 50% less gold and mana base upkeep in this city domain. So if they're defending, they cost a lot less. Then adds the Phoenix to our Rally of Lieges, which is a pretty good unit. I say, let's get ready to go after this here. Go ahead and rush the library for 46 and pick up a workshop. Then we'll wait next turn to probably rush anything else. Happy to spend a little bit of money rushing, but not too much. Got another province to annex. Excellent. We'll go ahead and pick up a... I guess we'll pick up a mine here. You tend to need at least one mine. Paying the exact same amount for them to rush, that's fine. We're gonna need more. We'll go ahead and grab an Outrider so we can keep eyes on our enemies as well. This is a Wand of Rising Undead. Excellent. Replaces our lost necromantic staff. It's just someone's finger bone. Okay, so we've got some blessed fields over here. They look glorious. I feel like if you chop these trees down, you can get some proper construction wood, or you incur a horrifying blessing. Or a horrifying curse. Ah, their health is just a little bit suspect. Can we get you back into the city? Yeah, so maybe we wait just one turn before launching the attack. Allow us to heal a little bit. And if we lose the Dark Warrior, that's no problem. Yeah, something more like this. Just wait a turn to heal. We've got an Immortal produced, and that outrider's gonna take 3 turns. And nothing else to rush then. We pass. Necrotic projectiles. Don't mind if I do. We'll select our next research. Mark of the Death Cult. It gives all of our non-dark units power from death. We don't have any right now, but eventually that's going to be fantastic. Yeah, we'll go ahead and smash here. They do get Rally and Fortune, but if we focus down like this Zealot or even their healer with some Necrotize, should go pretty well for us. As we discovered... Oh, those goats just ate the entire forest? Hungry, hungry goats. Good grief. They chomped down the whole forest. Yikes, you can move a long ways. You probably want to move back towards our squad here and draw them in. I didn't mean to put you in defense mode already. Well, can't take that back now. Move to here, drop the transfer life. Prep for a charge. And then I think we'll just keep you back where you're at. Force them to come towards us. Since I have magic, you've got no real choice. I also don't think this heal cleanses. Nope, heals and grace. So if we go for a necrotize, that's pretty devastating. Very cheap and pretty devastating. If we play this right, we can kill this one and immediately turn the zombie around to go after him. Double team the Griffin, which sounds very Slaanesh-y. Now I think we'll just charge in. Moving the battle cats. We can use the teleport to get much closer. Such a cool looking effect too. Tip of the hat to the animators. The dark teleportation. We get 2 shots here. That crit was very key. One more step forward, and that positioning that the teleport allows you is insane. Oh, we got a graze though, which just means we'll have to finish them off with one more blow. $25 damage, and then another big swing. And you're a zombie now. Congratulations. We pass. And somehow though they do turn into zombie cats, which... Oh no. Oh laddie. And those cats are down. Mortal Blessing triggers. See if we can't recharge the teleportation. Well, I guess not, can we? Transfer life here to strengthen them. I don't know if we want to resurrect them. Because I don't know if they'll come back at the end of the battle then. Here lies an immortal. This is a good way to find out. Just chop through this griffin. Hungry zombies, mortal blessing triggers. We can go ahead and move around. Big swing. 65%. And Virtuous Spirit kicks in, so we're doing a little bit less damage now. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and bring the griffin back as one of ours. Then send it in to nibble on those goats. You eat trees? Well, we eat people. Or I guess in this case, goats. Yeah, we could necrotize. I don't think it's necessary. Rally in fortune. No crit there, but they do get to chop through us. Our Dark Warriors, or I guess our newly dubbed Immortals, are going to have to sit this one out for probably a turn. Do some healing. Take them down. Mortal Blessing triggers, so how much extra health? They're up to 100 total, which if we could heal right now, that'd be amazing. We could even try out the Death Waltz. They'll come back anyway. That's not necessary. There'll be a time and place. But not now. Morgan, can you make it in here and actually... Excellent. Teleporting archers can too. Man, you can see having athletics, this is what I always put on if you're doing like the Reaver, any culture that uses a lot of missile troops. Having athletics, or if they don't have access to mounts, you can get around the map very quickly. And they come back with a tiny bit of health. Well done, Immortals. Up to 24 Shadow Grown, we've got Enchanted Defender. Reflects 20% of all damage sustained. Grief, that's pretty nasty. Nothing we can use right now, but still pretty nasty. Alright, now what's the next thing we need to deal with? We scroll out here. Seems like a lot of what we've seen is quite a ways away. So we'll leave this alone. What do we think? Let's go down in this direction. This hex has yet to be explored. Probably a good opportunity for a city down here. But in the meantime, I do think we need to come on around and kind of figure out what's happening to our north and south. On the western front. Ruler has leveled up again, so we'll go ahead and give him the reclaiming attacks. On strike, heal a random friendly target adjacent to the target for 10 hit points. Life leeching. Is that all we can do for this turn? I'm sure we can rush some production. And then truthfully, we might just want more gold for now. Expanding to more provinces is nice, but it is going to also hurt our stability, which is starting to suffer a bit. Grab a research post here on Zsklovel. Which one of these things do again? Infusions for spirit damage, spirit resistance, which is nice to see. Morale, critical hit chance, and extra relations with free cities and rulers. Oh, good. They won't even see us arriving to slaughter them. All will serve in life or in death. Can we rush this Outrider? Get a little ways ahead of us here. Oh good, there's all sorts of battles to the north. That's perfect, that's what we want to see. Let's get to where we can join in. Have Archon move here. Some kind of interesting... we'll just move together. There's no reason to get that crazy with it. Elements of surprise. Temperatures in the immediate area rise and fall intermittently as a group of elemental beings panic at your army's approach. The lesser light spirit, seemingly the leader of this group, wavers unsteadily before you. It seems aware that engaging you would result in almost certain death, but is unwilling to abandon its group. I wouldn't mind taking their mana. We do need the extra experience, so let's take them out. with just 2 light spirits. We understand why they were so scared. That's more damage than I would like to take, so let's take them out. Unfortunately, we must save their health. Oh, if we had any... sure exactly what the keyword is, but oh, it's Demolisher. We can blow up these crystals, and it's an awesome little detonation effect. This way, I don't think we should go for any kind of craziness. We'll just kind of bunch up and let them come over here towards us. Three times speed. Do we have anyone else that's not over here? No, we're good. Small army. How far can that... Oh, this is... Relentless Pursuit is so strong. Alright, we'll have you run up, use the crystal as support. You can come on in behind and give them the extra critical hit chance. Teleport. Get way closer, and then all we have to do is take one more step forward, or we can run around and get some damage on these guys. Bonk. And then this should... Oh, it does heal, you can see it. 20 hit points. Not bad. Yeah, just take him out. Take him out. 16 damage for both. Why they made us fight that one? Who knows? I guess they just sent the archers in to have them get clobbered. I don't know. Run to here first. Bonus damage with the critical hit chance. That was 45 damage. That was pretty impressive. Well done, Archon. 65 mana, a couple of souls, and a Pegasus. Yeah, I've got even more magic materials up here. That's awesome. Necrotic project. Oh, well. Slightly embarrassing, but now we have a chance to inflict decaying with this awesome purple effect, too. Decaying stops enemies from healing, and also just makes them take poison damage. Seems like everything to do is just way further away from us. Alright, well, let's grab another Immortal. We need a pretty staunch front line. Takes one turn and costs us 82. Let's save. That way we can upgrade the Town Hall here next turn. Meeting Ponderous Colossalia. The founder of Colossalia appears before you, studiously massaging its chin. Then begins to speak on behalf of her free city. Well, hello there, mole person. Lo and behold, a Godir. A Godir comes before me at this hour. We'll have to get access for them later on. I don't have any ready to go. She ponders aloud while gesturing it towards the ground. In accord with the great plan, I bid you welcome, Shadow Lord Archon the Cat. But what is it you bid us in return, I wonder? Well, probably death. Bid them nothing, for now. Ooh, you shall be our first sacrifice. She's gonna be not a whole lot of fun to fight. Dispel magic, huh? Target unit loses negative status effects, or... Oh, so it's either a cleanse or a purge. That's pretty good. Or a dispel, I guess. Initiates of Materiums. They've got Iron Golems, Transmuters, Stone Skin, Seeker Arrows. So they're very Materium focused. The Talpid Monumentalists. They're silver-tongued Architects of Order, huh? Very strange. Since they are Architects of Order, they are going to hate us, so chances are... At least I thought they would. Thank goodness we have... Yeah, there's no reason to cooperate with them. We're going to move in and slaughter them, but cooperation is an intriguing thought. Lightbringer or another one of these. We've fought a couple of these now. These are all nasty fights. Nothing but light spirits. retreat just for now. Bring in the other Dark Warrior. Have you attack. Auto resolve. What say you? Good grief, we lose. I think not. Auto resolve still doesn't have a whole lot of respect for the dark culture. I have to teach them a lesson. Well, this Lightfish might be what's teaching us a lesson. Let's go hide back here with our necromancer. It'll go after the first thing it can reach. But if we kind of push backwards here, draw it in, we can at least get a single turn of Necrotize, then maybe Alpha Strike it down. So we hit it with a Necrotize, because of course. You can't reach. If we go for the teleport, we do this poorly, we lose the battle. Let's bring it this way. Enough space to hit. You moved there. We can. Oh, we can't actually reach with the archer. We have to get to the top. There. Okay. So, relentless pursuit. We still get to keep 2 shots, which is great. We can make them stronger, too. That might be the call here. Empower you. 2 shots. It gets a whole heap of decaying and a lightning strike. Oh, but the grays then, that's too bad. Now stay back here, that way we're all... Oh, they're not going to get the ward, are they? That's all I needed to see. Oh, not enough damage. That's too sad. So let's see if we get our units stolen. The good news is that even if they steal you, that's 1 arrow shot, and we can get them immediately back. Still is very unfortunate. How we get him back immediately because of the decaying. That's almost even better. That zombie's not doing anything this turn. Fires the decaying arrows. Should have gone for the kill first. So let's have them step forward 1. You just move to here, that way we get a little bit closer. Recharge your teleport. Mortal Blessing triggers. We can turn them into a zombie. Big 13 damage. You'll come around behind so they can't escape. And flank them. Nice. Who said we'd lose this battle? And big chop here. The blessing triggers for everyone. Zombies get munching. Yes. I actually think if you can combine this with cheerful, you go cheerful and anything else that kind of boosts up your morale gain, you can get up into those critical hit chance as close to 100 as you can, as fast as possible. Seems pretty dang good. 71 gold and the Assassin's Dagger. Flanker and Fatal Strikes. Now, good news is we have 1 more slot, so if someone gets too close, they can receive a shiv. Summon 2 zombies at the start of battle or a Bone Wyvern. One is definitely stronger than the other. 1 is 2. Oh, this one works even in water combat, which makes it way better. Plus, we get a stronger unit. And let's come on in here and give him his signature skills. We get the Initiate of Shadow or Nature. Light Strikes or Pack Leader, or plus 2 damage on flanking attacks. Yes, please. Soul Draining Strikes or Frost Strikes. Let's go Soul Drain. Now we can steal people's souls more effectively. We're just gonna put it right here in this jar, don't worry about it. Oh, that's not going to be fun. Oh, hello there. Where'd you come from? Guess they will populate the nodes if they're not captured in time. Yeah, this will be an easier fight. Weirdly enough. The Celestial Griffin Gods from Calassalia. Oh, it's the... My Supreme Empire now claims this silver-tongue fruit. We have to declare war on Calassalia. I guess I didn't see the little... the parapet symbol here. Is being at war with him really gonna be that big a deal? I don't think so. Let's do it. Let's start a war. Why not? Attack those griffins. Has a chance of becoming distracted. I'm not worried. And there's our Bone Wyvern. And now we get extra damage on our flanking attacks. Rilling. You last the entire battle, right? You're not one of those cheeky summons that only survives for a couple turns. He's got necrotic projectiles. I don't see that he's only here for a few turns. He might be, though. Alright, so same as last time. We want to kind of draw them in. I think we probably just want to draw them in over here, so let's have Archon come across. Transfer some health. And then our Pursuer. Let's see what that Griffin elects to go after here. Let's stay kind of back behind because you're a little bit wounded. I'd prefer not to lose one right off the bat. If he goes down this fight, so be it, but not for free. Alright, they're going after our weakened flank, which makes sense, or at least our one archer here. Oh, you're not what I thought you were. You're a cultivator. I thought this was a steel shaper. I'm too used to the moles being industrious. Pure soul and virtuous spirit. This will be fun. They dispel negative status effects and will get stronger as they lose health. At least get tankier. Well, nothing we can really do. It's that nasty this turn. We can go ahead and hit you with a necrotize. I'm surprised they haven't used any of the healing to dispel negative status effects. Maybe the AI is not very good at that. Yeah, let's go ahead and form up then. Have at us then, cowards. Griffin goes for the shot there. Looks like they all are. Fair enough. That's a pretty easy kill for him. Normally, what would be a bad thing, these guys come back if you win the battle. It's crazy. You have 50% chance to hit. I want to attack, that's why they're keeping the Griffin back. Seems like the AI's realized how dangerous Necrotize is. Too bad for them, though, I can apply multiple. Let's use that here. Ooh, if we get a crit. Go for it. I guess the Wyvern probably isn't going to give them any extra critical hit chance. Poisonous Blast. Yeah, I'll just go for the swing here. Give us a guaranteed zombie. And you, well, let's see what the range is here. So you can't actually hit them in this X or really over here. So we need to probably focus the Cultivator first. Or what am I saying? We just get rid of this guy here. Go for the triple shot. Gang's quite nice. We'll go ahead and use the teleport to get in behind. That way the support units are forced to kind of make a choice what they want to heal. There we are. Turn. They flee, go for another kill on a Dark Warrior and an Immortal. And they're trying. Alas, our archer's done here. Alright, the Decaying takes them out. We'll go ahead and send the Wyvern round. 16 damage, you get some Decaying applied. Hungry cat zombies, and the warrior. And no crit. That would have seen the end of it. Lightning Blessed is soulbound. We get to harvest those souls up, and a nice win. 9 more souls. The Boots of Freedom. Get to become full cavalry, become swift, so we ignore any slowing terrain, immune to slowed, and immune to immobilized. That is an amazing set of boots to pick up, especially for a support unit. Still not looking to fight the nothing but skirmishers. Those the little slithers are actually, they deal a lot more damage than you expect, especially once the Draconic Rage kicks in. Oh, we're evil now, are we? Oh, that's why one of these spawned in. It belonged to Colossalia. I guess that makes sense. One turn, we can do it for 15 Imperium, or, now that we are going to be fighting heroes before too long, we can go ahead and pick up the knowledge for hero takeout. Over here, hopefully not too far away from... Alright, good, we're fine. Oh, there's the Abyss. We can start exploring a bit. Or you're not allowed to enter. Yes, we got the tentacles reaching up. They got your portal all the way through into the Umbral Abyss. You normally just have your underground, which... there's enough to explore there. Then you have a whole nother layer. Which should have some demons for us to ally with down there. Mark of the Death Cult is finished. Sweet. Morbid Sacrifice. Skeletal Reanimation, or a Necromancer. We have no embalm sacrifices right now, so let's go for the Necromancer. That way we actually have some units that can buff up our undead. And give us a reason to go for the Skeletal Reanimation. Cities with the Whispering Stone give us vision and knowledge. That's pretty dang good. Founding or absorbing cities takes less turns. And they gain more population, too. Retaining its original race and culture. Why would we ever do that? No, I guess we're not going to be proper nature. Slightly evil nature. We don't want your race and culture, we want our own. I think now we expand over here towards this mana node. Although, there is a magic material over here that we can pick up. So let's go ahead and grab a Forester. How long until we have another hero? 2 turns. We could increase it now, but I just don't ever like spending Imperium on increasing your hero count. Just feels like a waste. Let's see what's over here. Some more Lightbringers to take down, and a wonder. You of little health. Oh, good. 2 monks which can jump, and a Lightbringer. An interesting combination. We should probably turn around and grab this, actually. Oh, good, you guys can make it. So Archon, you to here, and then we'll just fight with the... Auto-resolve claims victory, and we can step back and do some healing. Well, we've yet to meet any more... Oh, hang on now. This might be a free city, but it also might be our first empire we've met. They'd be very close to us, so I'd kind of be I'd be a bit surprised. Ah, now we've met one of the little wizard's creations. Let's remain concealed. Big Athena, which I renamed her. She just named her normal Athena, and I've renamed her to Big Athena because she's a giant queen. Yes, the mystical wolves led by Big Athena, which we've not met yet. They're athletic and they've got pack tactics, which is actually going to make them fairly dangerous. Mystic attunement, gifted casters, and talented collectors like us. Awesome. One of the little wizard's creations finally shows up. She's made like 5 or 6 factions now, so it was only a matter of time. Before we end the turn, though, let's see if we can rush these for any. That's real cheap. Up to the next tier of city, which you can see has changed a little bit. Oh, does the Death Cult have more? And it probably has more nature aesthetics here, where your tyranny is going to have less of these vines growing. Well, the Scratch Tower gets taller. And now we can get a Soul Well. And the Mausoleum, our first special province improvement that is unique to the Death Cult. So you actually need embalmed sacrifices to even build it in the first place. But once you do, you get knowledge and then extra knowledge per adjacent conduit, which makes conduits actually worth something. We're going to go ahead and pick up probably the tavern here early. That way we can keep stability high. It's always a building that's kind of a pain to pick up, but you always need it. Mark of the Death Cult costs us 90 mana. I'd really rather not. A reason to actually grab it would be for boosting the Bone Wyvern, but it's only for 1 unit, so probably not. El Colossalia continues to kind of level up over there. We can let them continue to power up while we ourselves, the Crusader host, is going to come after us. Big old chunky Titan. Such a strong unit. Anything they kill actually turns into a Light Spirit. Alright, Dark Warrior, you're going to go down. And there's another city down here called Prime City. Diluted. Oh, they're already zombies. How can you be so evil? Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. You're made of ice and shadow, and your face is half missing. You're at war with the self-righteous Prime City. So be it. Yeah, I'm not going to go down there with not a scout. Well, we know we have more people to beat up downstairs, which is great. Everyone pretty fully healed. Good. That means we need to level up a little bit more by punching all of these smaller armies, and then we can go after Colossalia. Oh, there's no choice now. Now we've met Big Athena. Greetings, Shadow Lord Archon. The Captain Mighty Wisdom guide your path in this realm. She greets us cautiously. Alright, Giant. Can we get a Wizard's Bond? It's a deal. We don't have to worry about Big Theta coming after us now. Sweet. So they are, I mean, them being mystics, I think they should have a problem with us. If we were Materium, they would dislike us, but they also have nature and shadow. So honestly, we might be friends with alternate Athena. Oh, she's fairly close to us. Is this a cartographer? Unexplored location. I'd rather have some items. Let's see if we can pick those up. Snake those from the giant queen over there. And then we'll go ahead. Oh, we can get our second tier of units, which are very slightly different from one another. So if you're playing as the Death Cult, you get the Death Guard. And if you're playing as the Tyranny Cult, you get the... I think the... Oh, it's slipping my mind. I think it's the Tyrannical Guard. I think we can find out here real quick. Fastest way to do it. All cultures, dark. Tier 2 units. Tyrant Guard. Aptly named. Very slightly different, where it has the kind of purpley runes. And the Death Cult has skulls all over it, so it's vastly superior. We also have the Mortalist, which has a Death Hex, which you won't be able to see as well. It's basically just the Blight version of the Warlock, which has always been in the game and has always been pretty decent. What makes these things strong is they've got deathly vitality, so they can heal themselves at base 20, and then per stack of defensive, or I guess a mortal blessing they have, which gives you a pretty solid single target heal for themselves. Having some decent frontline fighters is always a good call. So first Death Guard, then Mortalist, and we'll pass. Alright, day 11. Where we get ourselves another hero. So we've got Harm the Spellblade, Rankoth the Arrow Slinger, who is missing arrows, and then Nemesia the Shaman. We already have a Warlock. Spellblade could be pretty good, and they've got the Trollkin Governor, which is awesome. It's a Dreadlock cat. Harm the Spellblade. You know, I feel like since this is the Tomb Cats, we can have my 3 hairy demons added in. So we'll recruit up Harm, and then this is going to be Mochi. She sits up. Mochi, we're adding you in. Alright, how can I change how you look? Just appearance? I mean, you look fine. He's trying to cosplay as a kind of, Rasta Sauron, but we shall fix this. Of course, since Mochi is a lady cat, we shall fix that as well. All of this is fine. Let's go ahead and give you some different color eyes. Mochi is pure evil, so her eyes shall be red. Yeah, we give her a mohawk too. Why not? Mohawk for Mochi. And then what kind of armor are we gonna have you wear? No feet armor, so you've got the kind of the hover legs. If you're a Spellblade, you're going to be in combat a bit, so something with... Truthfully, this first one here was probably fine. Ooh, I like that. And then, do you need a wizard hat, Mochi? Murderous wizard hat? Yeah, that's perfect. Wizard hat, and... Truthfully, your current cape seems fine. We could just get the one that has more skulls on it. I don't know if we need hands. But skulls for sure. And then he, him. No, absolutely not. That's incorrect. Lady Mochi. The spastic. The, let's say, there we are. Wandering hero of the Tomb Cats. Her skills will serve us well with her saber-tooth cat. We accept. So for some reason, this Spellblade has a bow. No one knows why, but it's the way. We'll give her a Pegasus instead. There we go. Now you can fly. How exciting. Which the Age of Wonders Pegasus have always looked like they're suffering from pretty severe heavy metal poisoning. Oh, well, we don't really need Mark of the Death Cult just yet. We should bring Mochi in to help us fight Colosalia. And since this is going to be our second city, we can maybe look at putting in an outpost. I mean, up in the top corners, it'd be difficult for anything to do anything about, but it won't be a very good town, so... something else is leaking from the depths, unfortunately. Well, we'll just use her in combat for now, then. We could reach to fight the skirmishers. It's gonna be a nasty fight, though. Now let's do it. Oh, Defenseless Progeny. Your troops engage the Slither Hatchling and its minions, but they seem to be withdrawing in defensive formations instead of attacking. Their panic grunts and hisses sound like pleas for mercy. I don't know how you would know, but apparently they do. When you take a closer look, you realize they're defending their newborn offspring. Well, I don't know that I care. We're quite evil, don't you know? Cats versus lizards. It doesn't tend to go very well for the lizards. Excellent. Well, Archon. Onward. Our new hero just isn't going to get any extra skills. It get to level up once, though, which is awesome. Champion Spellblade, we can give you... All non-hero units gain experience. It's a pretty good ability to have. We just need to actually have you form up with some units. Everyone gets to fight these monks. Last time it had us losing this one. Not this time. It's giving us a lot of damage to the archers. Let's retry it. We need to try to keep our archers as intact as possible. The immortals don't matter. The archers do. Plus, we can at any time hit Death Waltz and then have our immortals acting as if they have full health, which is pretty dang cool. Let's transfer life to the ones that are already almost full health. Plus, we have this Bone Wyvern. You back. If that thing gets stolen from us, we're in trouble. And it looks like everyone. We pass. See, that's not good. Stay away from me. Necrotize you. Let's do this. The Lightbringer tends to try to dominate the first thing it can reach. So if we put all of our units on this side... we can hopefully force them to steal this guy, who's already pretty low health. That's the idea, at least. The monks might be able to jump behind our units. That'd be funny. Funny way to punish us here. Did exactly what we wanted, but the conversion fails. Which is very bad for you. Let's see, if you get a crit, that should be a kill. No crit, though. Mortal Blessing, we get a zombie to stand in the way, and... I'm just kidding, we don't really get any good hits. How far can you jump? Not far enough to be a problem. Lightning Blast you. And make you remorseful while we're at it. I don't think we can hit anyone here with the archers. They're just in a kind of a bad spot. And just wait then. I don't see a reason to have you teleport. This was a complete waste. Go for it. Graze is still a hit. So I'm thinking, no, really. I figure we see them both jump behind and try to take out this warrior. They're just trying to weaken our guys a little bit then. Only 7 damage, but no retaliation coming out of them now. Not much. That's for sure. Get out of the way so our archers can actually shoot. Mostly unimpeded. These monks are chunky. Get right behind them. We at least get some decaying going. If they don't cleanse it. Will the Assassin's Strike kill? Not quite. Not quite. That heal based on hitting the units that are next to the ones that are the ones being struck by your death warlock. That's awesome. That's good stuff. Let's pass. Alright, we did lose them, but that's okay. They'll come back. That combo strike is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Generation has been removed. They're very likely to miss one of those. not all the way. Holy. So let's go ahead and move. Oh no, they actually didn't cancel the retaliation, did they? Make any sense? Soulbound. And we can honestly necrotize there, but it's not needed. Fumbles, grazes, and another fumble. Too bad for you. Yep, that's 10 more souls. We'll go ahead and well, I don't know. We're pretty low on life, but just for the warriors, so that means we can probably at least take on this group. Oh, we need more though. No one else. Can anyone else get closer? They can. Necromancer's done, so we'll go ahead and pick up. Yeah, the rotting explosion is not great just because it costs souls. I think soul collection's our next pickup. Dark Ritual, all enemies in a 1 hex radius sustain damage, and all corpses become decaying zombies, or just raise an undead. I mean, I think the Dark Ritual sounds a lot more interesting. Let's go for that. It's a direct single target. You basically resurrect your best undead unit, or it is resurrect a whole bunch of units. Friendly and otherwise. Oh, really? They reached out and picked it up first. Cheeky. Oh, thankfully. Well, what are you on a great journey? A great migration? Where are you going? Magitarium's all the way over here. Putting a city all the way up here doesn't seem like that's a very clever move. Unless you're trying to take some land from me. Excellent win. 10 more souls. And we're chugging along towards the Destiny of Shadow. Striking Bloodletter will be good for Mochi, because for some reason our Spellblade's an archer. Is that a squad of Splitterlings? It is. They come from the Abyss. While we could hit them, I don't think that's going to be a fight that we have a good time with. Let's get us one good bit of healing, and then we can attack them. Yeah, sounds good. Alright, and then no more mana. We pass. So what are you up to, lady? Oh, that's where your outpost is going. Fair enough. We'll need to try to get one to grab up all those resources before they do, but gather everyone together, and then we can have Archon attack. It's a nice, safe battle. The Resurgence definitely going to kick in for a couple of these here. 107 food and some more souls. And let's go ahead and set you up on Auto Explore now. See what's going on in the top corner. So we've got a army upgrade, magic material here, and then just some iron. And we may end up having another city over here and just kind of in this corner. We've got a, I don't know if this is a wonder or this is one of the, I think it's one of these orchards. But we can at least come over and pick up an outpost on these haste berries. Pop that in there, and we'll go fight them here next turn. Tavern's almost in. If we rush this, we won't be able to buy anything else, except for the storehouse. So let's do that. Let's do that. Keep the people happy, and we can grow some more food. In the next couple turns, they are guaranteed going to send something our way, but it's not happened yet. It'll always tell us. So we got 25 turns to complete structured defenses. Shadow Lord, we must converse. A grave chancellor approaches you. While your armies fight in faraway lands, what defends your people? Well, I figured it was fear. I'll tell you what, the chancellor continues. Walls as high as mountains, as thick as the trunks of ageless oaks. If we're to prosper, we must build, build, build. The chancellor dispenses her industrious propaganda with fervent consummation. She wipes her chin dry. Oh, she's spitting everywhere, too. Gross. Oh, we build recruitment halls, granaries. Anything that helps us win the wars. We're just supposed to build stuff. We decline this quest. We lose stability. The laborers just need to work harder. Well, we can try. Usually it is worth finishing, so we can try. Yeah, let's go take out these haste berries. They are going to be hastened, swift, and slippery. Yeah, that's no problem. Let's do this. We'll definitely need to fight this one ourselves. Focus them down one at a time and turn specific targets into zombies. Primarily these. Okay, so that thing can already reach us. That being quite aggressive. We'll go ahead and switch sides. Have you rotate. And if we bring them back this way, we can basically ambush them pretty easily with everything across the way here, because they can all fire over these rocks pretty effectively. At least they should be able to. Yes, bring yourself. Bring it in behind. It's going to get a flank, so we need to make sure the immortals return. Alright, perfect. How far away can we hit him with the transfer life? A decent ways away. I will pass. Not quite corner camping. I see you're kind of doing the same thing. We just go for an easy necrotize here and affect these. How much damage can the Bone Wyvern do? Poisoned and decaying. 65% chance to hit. I should have brought Archon over. That was a mistake. If you move it and clobber the crows, the paladin chooses to come after you, so be it. Not that big a deal. Step forward one and go for... That's not very much damage. Let's just get the guaranteed kill here with a lightning blast. Turn that into a zombie. And we can put damage elsewhere. Decaying crows. Very weakened crows. Have them fire as well. Won't have the additional critical hit chance because we're not standing next to someone who has the overwhelming tactics, but that's okay. He did pretty much what I expected, although that smite did the work it needed to. Fallen Dark Warriors are no big deal. They got as far away from our zombies as they could. Let's take them down, free up some movement. Mortal Blessing across the board here. You only ever swing once anyway, so let's get behind them. Push. I didn't quite go the way I expected it to. Still. Gremlins, pretty low health. And, well, let's go transfer some life first. then we can kill. We can transfer some more life next turn. Mortal Blessing active. How far can you... How much damage do you deal? 20? Charge Strike the Crows. Charge Strike those Crows. And then go for the triple shot. You missed it, hit our guys. Yeah, sometimes that happens. 42 damage. How much else do you have? 31. It's enough to kill if it crits. Nah, they resisted. That's fine. So if you get... I was gonna say, if we get to move next turn, we'll go for the Death Waltz, but if not, nah, no worries. We might try the Death Waltz on these zombies. Yeah, just to see what it looks like. So, slow things down. They're doomed, but they're very dangerous. I shouldn't have done it right there, but still. Nah, they're down. Light Spirit, I'm not all that concerned with. There's a crit. Transfer some life here. Very low chance to hit, so we shall just come on up. $42 damage. You're soulbound now, friend. And then lastly, or not, tanky unit. Now pretty much lastly. They get nuked by death magic. The Death Waltz is a pretty good one, but we want to make sure we're using it when something's actually close to being dead, and they've already used their turn. It's for basically taking just another turn, which is pretty dang awesome. You missed, huh? Thankfully, the decaying shots did not miss. 15 more souls. We've got our Wand of Provocation, which is kind of meh. We can break it down later on, though, if we want to. And that battle went well enough. We can probably fight these guys here next turn. Which is what we'll do. Is this Gloom territory? It's not yet, but it looks like it soon will be. You step on the Gloom, you stop healing, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And we got a Pegasus, which is kind of a punishment. Aura of Disease. -4 resistance. That's pretty brutal. Whenever a friendly unit dies, this unit gains grace. That's also pretty brutal. We're gonna go for Infested Summons, because if they are weaker to all magic damage, then people are gonna have a really, really bad time. There's no reason for a Wand of Provocation. Cool. Confirm that. Mochi, the hyperactive, will allow you to regenerate health faster, be a better commander. I guess we could give you the Wand of Provocation. I see no reason not to have it. Anyone else join you? The answer is no. Alright, well, Magic Origin unit upkeep has reduced by 20%. That's pretty awesome. It'll be really good, because almost all of the undead units you field, I think actually all of them, do count as Magic Origin. So once we start resurrecting guys, it's going to matter. 68 to rush there, 68 to rush here. We'll go ahead and rush the Death Guard. Not thinking about it now, we don't have any money, but we could probably come in and talk to Big Thena. Big Thena. I can give you a saber-toothed cat. And you can give me just enough gold to build something. We lost our city. Oh, we're up here. We could get a necromancer. Raise undead as strengthen undead. It's going to cost us some souls. You know, we might as well. Bring our tyrant or our death guard on over. And yeah, we'll definitely now march on Colossalia and the Crusader host afterwards. You gotta pick up a couple of abilities. Well, I mean, you can probably take them on no problem, but if you want it to be a battle a little bit less stressful, you want to take away their, or at least give you a few more abilities before going for them. We could also circle up here and grab this, which I think we will. Oh, whoops. Now we can't kill them. Well, never said I don't get easily distracted. Let's bring everyone together up here towards this next. Basically this thing here is a banner pickup. You get some experience. It usually has enough experience to level up one time. Haste berries acquired gives us mobility, evasion, extra actions, and founding, migrating, and absorbing cities takes less turns. We've got a friendship declared. How nice. I'm not going to spend the money on declaring a friendship with you, so hopefully you are feeling good about your decisions. Alright, we can exit the province. Probably a good idea to start moving this way and grab this mana node. So we'll grab a farm here. Storehouse been produced. Excellent. So we're up to 61 food. We need 340 the next population point. Fair enough. Go ahead. We have 106 gold coming in. That could always be higher. Let's go ahead and get the stonemason, though. That way all of our buildings after this are easier to build. And they build much faster. I think you also will go ahead and put on Auto Explore. Thank you for your service. Oh, is that Noctis? It is indeed. So we're gonna have more zombies here. Another ruler comes to threaten my empire. Just stay out of my way and I will stay out of yours. Noctis doesn't like us because he just doesn't. Inherent dislike. He's underground. So where did we find Noctis at? Prime City, that's not Noctis. Maybe we found him on accident. He found us. We'll find out where he's at soon. Well, that's soul collection done. We'll select our next research. Wait, for the tomb cats. See, I was thinking we almost go for Toe of Alchemy then. For the Alchemist Labs, since these also, I think these are supposed to be per magic material. Yes, per magic material, so we'll go ahead and pick up the Toe of Alchemy. Let's just lean into blight damage a little bit more too.
The perfect alchemical formula requires an equal measure of both time and fortune. Who else but the alchemist spends years of meticulous research into understanding the very essence of nature, only to find the solution through sheer happenstance? Alchemy truly is a gamble with nature, entailing the power to both create or destroy.
Create and destroy. Alright, we'll grab the Mysterious Tonic then, that way we can cleanse debuffs and give us a random positive side effect. Colossalia sent a war party. Good, we need to make sure we're ready for that then. Alright, so let's turn around and we might need to make sure one of our units is ready in the city just in case. He's close enough, so we'll just move the lions back around. join up for a little bit of experience gain. And now that they are champion rank, they should have additional range. Yep, Eagle Eye. Excuse me, game. 1 range on all of our physical range attacks. Great. What do the Immortals have? Is it still the Sprint? Sprint works. Sprint is pretty good. Alright, Big Athena, alright. Agitarium up to 7 in population. We've met warmongering Armorns. We've got lots of warmongering free cities. A curse on this day on which you set your foot in our lands, Archon. Well, that's fair enough. Either you break your oath or I'll break you. Oh yeah, they just sent the army straight after us to pillage our provinces. That's just rude. Gonna take them 2 turns. Okay, so it shouldn't be that difficult for us to stop it. Soul Collection or Mark of the Cult of Death. I don't think we want either of those. Not yet, at least. Per unique province improvement. That's a really good... That's a really good one. So we put down a Alchemist Lab here, and it's only ever going to have 3. You're not going to have 4 because there's a Hex border right here. I can only ever have 2. We may just have to move it later on. This is going to be the best place for the Alchemy Lab. So we'll probably just pop it here, and then over time it'll grow up nicely. Excellent. Can't rush that, it'll be here next turn. That's no problem. Alright, I think we'll go ahead and grab the Mark of the Death Cult then. And then we'll pass. Another mana node being claimed by a free city. A 17. Oh good, we can just bring the Necromancer up to finish him off. Mark of the Death Cult's ready. We'll go ahead and enchant our Necromancers. I love the so they went out and they found some human skulls. These aren't cat skulls. Some very murderous Necromancers. Well, smug mole person. You've got simply named the Skirmisher. Construct Slayer. A Worm of the Shepherd. Gross. Hopefully we can steal this. Umbral Malady immunity is going to be needed to explore the Umbral Abyss. No problem. Now that's that war party beat. 12 souls, 150 knowledge for our effort, which is almost 2 turns worth. Oh, we did get the worm. Beautiful. But swap that, and then we'll go ahead and give Mochi. Excuse me, game. I said give Mochi the Assassin's Dagger next turn, I guess. We've got to wait 1. Let's move to the edge of our territory here, then we can march on Colossalia. An additional healing because we are in this army, so we probably want to keep everyone there. And Staba has been claimed, which means we get to embalm her as our first sacrifice. Remove this hero from the crypt and gain some embalmed sacrifices. And also 100 mana. There's our sacrifice. And then we can come on in and actually build up our mausoleum. 10 knowledge and then 3 knowledge per adjacent conduit. Let's pick up the Mortalist next. We can show off all the new units in combat. And then we pass. So we got Big Theta, we got Noctis. That's 2 of the 7. Oh good. The Crusader host is out and actually crusading. Oh, some cultists. Shadow Lord Archon, we do not want you here, declares a tough-looking Aquaria the Wolf. The Moonrock Dwarfs, that means Fenrir's here too. I am chosen representative of the Moon Rock Dwarves. We were here long before you set foot in this realm, and we have heard stories of wizard kings. You bring nothing but destruction. We will rise up against you. Kill them and put them in our crypt. That's the way. Get ourselves a mysterious tonic, and we can move into that morbid sacrifice. At the start of combat, units defending the city suffer blight damage and weakened. It's going to take longer to get that than it will for us to actually get into Colossalia, so we're not gonna worry about that. Ooh, the Quarry of the Wolf. Are you ready to be turned into a sacrifice? How good. Didn't really have much of a choice. Well, let's be clever with what we're doing here. How many units do they have? The 6. 3 Earthbreakers, 2 Cultivators, and Hellenis of Arcleon. We are not concerned. Start the siege. We'll go ahead and go for a raiding party to make some money and harass the defenders as well. Not where I meant to go. I was going to go over and stand on the Rune Carver's camp, but too late. Rivalry has been declared on us by Noctis, because apparently there can only be one necromancer on this plane. And Noctis has decided that's him. And rush. And we need build quarries. Although we can't get one here. Let's go ahead and pick up a quarry right here. That's 1 of 3. We've got 20 turns to do so. Can we transfer any of these others over to quarries? Let's see. This farm, dismantle, mine, farm. This one could be a quarry. Do it. You're a quarry now. Congratulations. We'll pass out those mysterious tonics. And the turn. Well, for a very brief moment, they had kind of the mark hovering above their hand, and now it's gone. Farms grant more food. Road building. Nice. Let's go for the food and the road building. Just waiting for Colossalia to fall. I don't really want to spend any gold on soul collections, so we are not going to. I'll put in some palisade walls here just in case. Oh, it's going to be too late, isn't it? You guys burn my outpost. I'm going to be very cross with you. A Mask of Precision. Let's go ahead and give that to... No, not Archon. Mochi the Hyper. What is it not? Let's do it until it's our turn again. There's your mask. Enjoy. Oh. Hello there, Talgroth. Another one of my creations. So Talgroth the Lost Flame is one of our giant kings. Another giant king. They're supposed to be rare, but now we've got 2 in the same map here. He's got a squad of fire ants. That was I made a couple of kind of goofy factions, and Talgroth was one of them. So Talgroth is the Inferno ants, and he's gonna be very mean. He's mainly chaos with a little bit of shadow. So probably gonna be our most dangerous opponent here. Breach has been made, let's attack. And a safe battle, well, let's have Auto Resolve try it, then I'm going to fight it ourselves, because it's our first city fight. That's a pretty brutal one. Alright, let's go ahead and retry it ourselves, and while this loads, I'm actually going to jump up for about 2 minutes, grab a refill on my drink here, and we'll be right back to this. Best strategy game, says Inver. I would agree. It's pretty quickly overtaken Civ in my heart for favorite strategy games. At least for the 4X kind. With these kind of... Oh, I haven't fought against an Architect City. That's awesome. And the kind of floating obelisks. And specialized walls here. Flying on in. We'll just get aggressive here. They have nothing that can actually get over the walls. They're all Earthbreakers, so they have to come out after us. Pretty awesome. Picture here. Bolster resistance and regeneration. Are looking forward to vampires? Absolutely. Probably we're going to be doing a Death Cult run for vampires too, because the Death Cult's so much fun. Are you yourself looking forward to vampires? I think the nature vampires are going to be much scarier than it seems like they will. With all of the different kind of synergies with the bloodworm and such. Bloodworm Death Cults are going to be a problem. Alright, so can we actually make it in here? Do we want to have them come outside and attack us? Maybe the second. They're doing a pretty good job of staying away. They don't have towers, so we can also do the same. So let's go ahead and... So if you move to here, we can catch them in place. I'm just going to necrotize their leader. Do I have all the DLCs for Age of Wonders? I do indeed. I haven't picked up the third expansion just yet. That's something we'll be doing before November 11th at least, but I absolutely do have all of the expansions, yep. Oh yeah, we can go ahead and empower the big beastie here. Hasten, regeneration, and empower. We can Death Blast too. Move here, Death Blast. 20% additional crit. Hit him with the second one. And then the stab for the win. Oak. That's their general down, so no more spells for you. Very low chance to hit. Should have stayed out of the way. And hit him with some Poison Blast. We can probably use this to teleport up behind the walls, but I'll do that after. How far can you move? All the way to here. Well, that's out of your range, so enjoy these. Bleeding. Well, I've already moved you up, huh? Let's go to here and then have you lure this Earthbreaker in. Yeah, I'll lure that Earthbreaker in. Cool. And might I add there, Inver, that I would consider this one that actually picking up the DLCs, even if you do it kind of slowly and over time while they're either, I don't know if Paradox has sales very often, but it's at least not quite as often as Total War. Oh, they can actually reach. Well, that's not great. It's not that much damage, but it's not great. Oh yeah, Relentless Pursuit to teleport behind the walls. Yeah, Cultivation gives it more health, but that's really not that big a deal. Especially if I can teleport behind the walls and take them out. That's not bad damage. You're gonna get hit at least once, but I think that is also fine because we get to activate the Draconic Rage. Like I was saying, I would say all of these are very worth DLC. None of them feel, except for how the Architect, when the Architects initially showed up, none of them feel super over the top overpowered. But the architects are receiving a little bit of a, at least they've already received a little bit of a nerf here that brings them in line. Waiting for the Christmas discount while the deals, that's a good idea. Always a good idea. Bonus crit hit chance. Nice. And you guys don't have sprint, unfortunately. You do. Heal up a little bit. Then it recharges as long as you get a kill. Peeks back there, get rid of their defense mode and their retaliations. And then the old poke. Not too bad in terms of damage for a polearm user. And then we're just gonna rotate around here. Can you just take him out? No. Not happening. Arkin can. Everyone gets a mortal blessing, and then we can bring you back to the zombie. Go get your friends. Now, honestly, we might just go for decaying here. Stops them from healing very well. And that's their highest damage. Now let's hit these guys. Mind's made up. We have plenty of mana too. We can just go drop a necrotize here. You're infected. Enjoy. One of your models is gone, and now we pass. Alright, there goes the decaying. What does it also remove? You're linked up, so they are the decay removed, and then also another one. Debuffs cleansed for days. That's an easy kill. Drop that. Oh, you missed. It should have been, but it wasn't in the end. Some pretty chunky units there, the Earthbreakers. Line behind, that's one down. Should be morale down enough that they stop fighting. For the most part, aren't able to fight anymore. Leading into a pit. In damage. 38. And then we should be about, if we went for the Dark Ritual, that'd have been enough to kill. I will transfer life yourself. Kills. We can do that as oh no, we hit our own guy. Well, I thought we did. When they turn around, that was it usually means you're about to blast your own dude in the face. Onic here. And what is one Earthbreaker to do? And the guillotine drops. Ah yes, the most terrifying mount, the pony. And our Wizard's Orb of Fiend Slaying. That'll actually probably come in handy against Talgroth. I will take all of it. Well, we've got Hellenis here, and what else to do with her except for turn her into an embalmed mummy. And with your city, we shall migrate it to the Doomcats, killing your population. It's a darn shame. And we can probably also go clear out the Hidden Fountain. But we want to do it with... Let's remove this Dark Warrior. Actually, we'll probably remove more than just that one. This Dark Warrior as well. And then honestly, the Necromancer is incredible, so let's take out all of the Dark Warriors. And then just this. Morbid Sacrifice, ready to go. But we can at least show you all what that animation looks like. Spell to reanimation, yeah, we might as well start using our souls for units. And then the Scratchification Tower can be upgraded further. We'll give it... We just go for the Mausoleum now. Do we go for the Mausoleum now? Probably not. It'd be a nice boost to our knowledge, but let's go ahead and pick up the Granary. And then probably right after that, the Wizard Tower. So we'll get it queued up. Morbid Sacrifice. Restore all the hit points, gain bonus hit points in the next fight. Be kind of nice for our brawl against this wonder. Let's try it. See exactly what it looks like, too. Very much overkill. Lovely. Healing dark magics. The Frozen Lake. After traveling some distance in the hot midday sun, you head towards a wellspring, expecting refreshment. Despite the heat of the day, the wellspring is frozen solid. Upon its surface sits a family of ducks, frozen in ice. A woman crowned in glittering icicles glides closer over the frozen waters. Frozen. Ice spreads from beneath her icy bare feet. She gingerly caresses the frozen animals before her head snaps towards you. Warm blood disturbs my tranquil lake. Well, I don't know that I care about that. Let's fight with the freezing winds active. Every 3 turns, all attacking units suffer 10 damage and have a chance of suffering frozen. That's pretty brutal. A couple of white witches, a winter fairy. It's very chilly here. But not for long. All of our racial units aren't going to have any defenses against the ice, but our zombies will. Alright, so the ice matriarch, can you jump? Just a good old normal ice spider. Thanks. We can dispel any of the debuffs too if it comes to that. Very nice. Into the shrubs. Go here and then the archers alongside. Still have units that can act, huh? I also realized I had the game volume up way too high. Whoops. That causes some problems, doesn't it? Dial it back to about 20. That should work. I return from the audio void. I mean, we can just snipe these out on the side real quick. Let's go ahead and transfer life to boost you up. We can go ahead and double boost them up with the strength and undead. Not as much damage as I expected. But we could go throw ourselves into melee, and if this thing dies, we can just resurrect it. So, go pin them in place for now. Spears this way. Archer, we'll go ahead and have you teleport. Crazy strong ability. Let's go this way. Activate those overwhelm tactics. Oh, can you actually... Let's go for it. 5%? Never punished. Get it a bit closer. We won't go for anything just yet there. Launch your arrow. I mean, 50% chance isn't amazing, but it's not going to get any better, so just go for it. Decay. Can't get the kill here. 45 damage. Nice. Alright, so it looks like everything is going to focus down our wyvern. You'd love to see it. Plans coming together. Does go for the ice weapon. Actually freezes. That's not great. This thing's health is gone already. Teleport in next to. That's probably actually the wrong, because it'll move to here and pin us both next turn. It will. You're decaying. That's one model down, so it's not going to be as tough. We'll just gotta fly over here and kill you. Mortal Blessing triggers. Oops. %45 chance, or we can get real close and get a 70% chance to hit. Resisted. And then here, as long as it crits, it's a kill. If we go for transfer life, it definitely will be a kill. Oh, maybe not. Still soulbound. We'll go ahead and necrotize these winter fairies and pass. Entropy comes for thee. Yeah, that's most of our units frozen. Dragon down. Well, who all's frozen? Go ahead and give the tonic to our leader. They're pretty much the only one that comes back. We can drop a necrotize on you, that way everyone has a timer. Ooh, actually come back here. We can come on in and... Oh, we can't resurrect the spider, huh? Oh, I see. Only one model died there. That makes sense. Zombies in. And everyone else can slowly and surely make their way over. Arkin, can you get any good hits? Not really. If it manages to kill. Oh, a full miss. Fumbling at the end, that's too bad. The winter monsters choke. Oh, I tried to take back my turn, and apparently no, you're not allowed to. It's already in this creature's area. Just swatted that one out of the sky. Yeah, you're the more dangerous. 17 damage, and then we go for the area hex. It only kills the one. You're getting it, taking out both of them. 19 damage. How about now? Almost. 15%. And you missed that time. Well, that's fine. Let's go for the curse here. Corpses immediately turn into zombies. And that one should just turn and run away. Or we spend a tiny bit of mana and just finish the battle now. That's our first wonder cleared. 14 souls gathered. As the sun melts the last of the ice, the sound of quacking returns to the spring. The White Witch fades, her voice a faint, cool breeze. I am but a remnant of the queen who once ruled here. She raided the warm lands, preserving all life in ice. Frozen markers led her to her treasure vault, but now they melt. So we are gonna go get some goodies and some stability. A chest of gold, a Frostbringer of cleaving. Probably not that one. Or some mana. I'll take the gold. Yeah, that is a hidden fountain acquired. We probably should start working through the Umbrella Abyss soon, too. Making friends with what's down there. Signature skills for Moji. We'll go ahead and pick up the Initiate of Shadow. I think also Soul Draining Strikes make it easier for us to pick up souls. And then a little bit of up production. The pony. Not gonna downgrade. We can also put another city up here. Maybe one. Well, I guess Colossalia is kind of in a spot where it's intersecting where I would put a town maybe here and up here. It's right in between. Right, well, I think we'll just go ahead and pass. Ooh, an event. Invading silviculture. When a great world tree has sufficiently matured, it shoots off its seeds, it does it now, into the astral sea towards new worlds. World trees do not reproduce on their own worlds. Instead, they spread their seeds on distant realms. Should a world seed find a barren world, it will eventually make it fertile and inhabitable. However, a fertile world seed finding a lush world will stir the trees and plants that were already there. Fragments of the shattered world have crashed in every forest, causing them to spread and grow hostile towards your armies. We've got walking trees now. Grasping vines are active in combat, and units on a forest suffer from living forest, and they jump you. You take damage, and you can't see as far. Be wary of the forest, they're no longer safe. Now, the talented monumentalists are no more, they've been turned into skeletons. Envy's Thorn. What are you currently? Your ambition is a steward. Grow to 16 population. Gives you protector. Oh, we can make you an elitist or a duelist. What does the elitist do? Ruler's retinue. The hero and the ruler both have extra defense and resistance. Makes them pretty tanky, although duelist is bonus damage towards heroes, 50%. So that's what we're gonna do instead. Prime City has sent a war party, lovely. We've got ourselves a silver tongue for 2 of them. So that's the Imperial Essence finished, giving us 15 Imperium, or 55 a turn. And a new development skill available. We've got Court of Whispers and the Crypt Blade. A free action, units killed with this weapon turn into decaying zombies. Sure enough. Colosalia, you shall be governed by Mochi. How exciting. Each forester grants stability, draft brewer ogres, river trolls, more food, and then finally foresters will give us mana and recruit us swamp trolls. Which the swamp trolls might be the ones we actually use. I don't think we'll use river trolls, but the swamp ones, maybe. Also, let's go ahead and move Dalmastur. Withdraw this Whispering Stone and give it to the new city who's already struggling. Give him that stone. And then we should... Oh, already up to a tier 2 town, really. Leave him a tavern then. Fix those woes. Mortalist here, you're already making a Mortalist. Good. Well, it's awesome this was a tier 2 town. You have 3 quarries and a conduit, really. That's why. Central quarry. Replace you with a research post. Most excellent. Well, let's go ahead and clear everything else that's kind of around here first. We know there's a war party on the way. Let's retreat real quick. Auto fight this one. No real problems. Archon will lead this crew again, that way she can pass out all the healing and such. Claim the watchtower, claim the food. Oh, that's just production, really. And come on back. Archon the cat now can claim some souls. We don't know exactly what this does, but Staff of the Magi. We're gonna go ahead and grab it. Claim soul. The way around it before was you could see exactly what it does here on this screen. There we go. Deals damage, 36 of it. Ignore resistance and status resistance. And if you kill a target, heal the caster and revive them as a whiteboard? Wow. That is most excellent. I don't think there's anything else to do for this turn. We've scooted all over the map a couple times now. Pass. We've pretty much ignored diplomacy. She has no magic materials, so why would we talk to her? An interesting outpost spot for sure. Neither Talgroth nor Noctis like us, but we'll have to see if they're into any other fights themselves. And the Emerald Abyss will keep everyone a little bit occupied. Palisade walls are done here. It's not my favorite place for a city. We could reach out and grab a lot of this, go underground and grab the temple. And we could expand a lot to the north while Dalmas Tur goes this way. This isn't a terrible place for a town. We just need up to 200 for that, so let's go ahead and grab the work camp. Skeletal reanimation is done. When killing racial units, gain the option to spend souls to create skeletons after combat. Tincture, fumigation, or a material refinery. Let's get a city structure. Knowledge and gold per magic material sounds incredible. Want to go into the abyss, but not yet. It would be much smarter to level up a bit. You take the fight. Occupational hazard. We were hired by a rich merchant to look out for this mana node, says this panther. Well, that's what you get for becoming mercenaries. Attack. Could have thought about it. Now you're souls. And you could just be skeleton warriors. Which, are they of my faction or theirs? So it picks up whatever the race is. We just use them as complete fodder, so 30 souls for 2 units. An Archon gains some renown. And a stalwart signet. Welcome, skeletons. We're very happy to have you. Must be some choking fog, good grief. For some reason we can't see into the mist at all. And this Crusader host is a problem. There's so many Titans. Hurry this production along. Wizard Towers, but how long till we can actually recruit units again? Where's our events at? There was a pretty easy way to see what was affecting your empire. I'm pretty sure there was. Events for... don't know how many more turns. Oh well. They'll start recruiting soon. 220 there, nah. No thanks. Let's pass. Clear out this Crusader host, provided these guys don't turn around. Oh, they did. It might be more of a hassle than it need to be. Province is being pillaged. All right, well, such is the way. I don't like that we can't see what's going on in here. So this, thankfully, is not defended by a Titan. So we might be able to win. 2 stacks of 5 is a risky battle, but we can turn several of these guys against them. They can do the same thing to us. Have a 50% chance of becoming immobilized. Let's see if that matters. We've got the Crusaders being there. They're basically there. I think it's supposed to be that they showed up as kind of an order worshipping faction. Their leader dies, and they go on fighting without them. And they've also split up. So what we are gonna do is aggressively move towards this flank. How far can you all move? You want to try to steal my skeletons? That sounds great to me. Is the first thing I can reach, right? As long as we make sure of it. It could also be this really weakened mortal. Either or sounds fine. Let's come around. We could turn these guys into a Whiteborn version of themselves, which would be interesting. I think we'll save that, though. Skeletons front line, everything else, all cheat to get over here. Thanks to their athletics, they shouldn't have too hard of a time. Archer, Spearman, and our other archer. Go behind. Yeah, so we kite them a little bit, we hit them with some necromancy, and turn their friends against them. First shot has been fired, crossbows away. They do manage to stun us too. Well, thank goodness they missed that one. It would go to reason that they would consider the higher value targets the ones they should go for. Now transfer some life to these lads, make them... Oh, they got immobilized. You can actually see the roots coming up and grabbing them. That's cool. I'm glad there is a little, at least a small denoter that the vines indeed hate you. We got a lot of our units immobilized. That's no good. 50% chance apparently is hefty. We can teleport a bit closer. How really low percentage chance to hit? Necrotize here. You're getting one hit no matter what, so let's go behind. $18 damage. Recharge our abilities. We want to hit a racial unit with this other ability here. Mortal Blessing gets chucked around across our squad. Oh, yikes. I think the crossbows are going to try to run back and use said crossbows, so let's get into their... We have control here, move you up behind. Yeah, at least we get some decaying. Oh, you're also immobilized. The roots got your Pegasus. To get them unimmobilized. Go for a single sprint to heal up a little bit. I think we're gonna run all the way over here and just punch you in the face. All 15. Death Blast. Love to see it. Hate to see that you can't move. Death Guard you hold here. We've got another one of these clowns coming up. Hopefully it gets immobilized. Well, it seems like none of them really did. Oh, we lost our shield bangers. That's not that big a deal. Damage there. 14. Well, our skeletons aren't gonna last. They're enough. There's some more Mortal Blessing, though. Please let my units move. Them not moving is visible. Man, these guys that are all... It's some crusading frogs. The Mucus Wild Wardens. You kind of need to heal them. That's not much damage. We go for a necrotize here. We can turn you into a zombie at the very least. So we can... Let's go for it. Just take out their kind of support units in the back. You're going to move into a wizard and get smacked around good. Lightning Blast. Yeah, circle, and then we can lightning blast. Oh, we should have done that before. Heals them. It will still force them to take their turn attacking them. Alright, now what else do we do here? Spears should get decent damage, but could be much better. Raise the undead? Nope, because I've gotten us a little bit too close. Let's not hit our own guys with our charge attacks. Up alongside. Shop here. Oh, we can use the Relentless Pursuit also to teleport away from danger. That's great. 100% chance to hit, but we lose a lot of our action points. But instead, here their death guard and wait. And shoot the bow twice. And if we got a second crit, that would have been a kill. That'd have been nice. We still can get a kill if we come to here. We can use the necromancer then to both first strengthen. Well, it may not be a good idea. Strengthen you. That we can use all of our actions this turn. Then raise this griffin. There's the vines. Seems to only hit our units, not theirs. These skeletons are done. Which gives us more Mortal Blessing. They've realized that our Necromancer has to go. That's a lot of damage. Fair enough. Alright, they're getting jumped. They also don't have Resurgence. We could give it to them if they get too weak. Non-hero unit is immediately revived as a whiteborn on the caster side. Let's see if it works for things that aren't racial. No. Oh, it does. So is it a whiteborn lesser spirit? No, that's not how that works. It is a light spirit on our side of the field, though. Clobber them. Let's go ahead and necrotize. That way, we kill this unit here. It turns into a zombie. Come on, do it. Zombie up. There we go. We can use it as a shield. They clearly don't like our necromancer very much. That's the thing we need to do is focus killing this thing. Which apparently is easier said than done. I run around this side, short strike here. Poison Blast for 13 damage, or we get it for a melee. Which is what we're gonna do. 25%. It's just not gonna kill, unfortunately. Unless we get a nice crit. Go for it. That's what we like to see. Delta's back on our side of the field, and we can come on in and go after these defenders next. Probably should have healed them. No higher chance to hit, so let's move this way and go for this one griffin. Pass. Alright, the necromancer's dead, but I think we can actually bring them back with a heal. If I can get them around in time. And this this Death Guard heal himself, provided he doesn't die here. Nice. The Death Guard go for that big heal. All the way up 100. You thought he was weak? No. No. Fool. Never. Yeah, sure, take one hit. And then fire through. Beautiful. Then take out their healer. Ripping down. On the light spirit, could try and heal some of our own teammates here. Sweet. So let's distribute tonic this way. Strength and bolster defense. Heal you. Doesn't have the teleport right now, but you can step back once and go for a double bow shot. Missed the first one. Oh, so your Ray's dead, you have to use all of your turn. Okay, well... We know what we need to do. We're gonna make the battle last long enough that we can do that. Heal those zombies. Zap this poor fool. Big chop. Definitely go ahead and fly in behind them and give them a big swing. Light spirit down. And we'll just go ahead and pass. I'd like to try to resurrect our necromancer. Although they may not count as an undead already yet. Runs? Oh, he's just leaving. Just leaving the battlefield. Doesn't work. Oh no, because they weren't quite undead yet, so they've just become undead cats. Well, that's that Crusader host. Squad of toads turned into cats. We did lose a necromancer. And a skeleton warrior. The necromancer, not that big a deal. We can bring back a heap. Let's go ahead and bring... any of these are skeleton warriors? Howling Lightbringers. Mucus Wild Wardens. Well, no, that's really nothing I want. We'll grab one of these warriors. Reduction Gold, a Giant's Bane, and an Eagle Bow, which grants more accuracy. 110% accuracy. Nice. You should be able to fly back on down here now, take this squad out nice and easy. Hiro has leveled up. Basic training. We definitely need to start making them a proper spell blade soon. So Prepared Strike, Fire Evoker, or a Lightning Evocation. We're going to be fighting demons more often than not, so I'm pretty sure we're going to want... Well, demons that are going to be... The things that are going to be dealing the most damage to us are going to be strong against fire, so we'll grab Lightning Evocation. The Helm of Hyper Awareness. Being immune to flanking is incredible. Go ahead and apply that there. Reclaim, that's just the healing. I guess getting a healing attack on a multi-strike weapon sounds pretty awesome. Dalmas Pur has a tavern now, so we'll go ahead and pick up the vendor pretty much for free. And the shrine. Alright, and with that, that's going to be all the time I have for today's stream. I will try to pick up this stream sometime, and next week the plan is to kind of stream more often than we have been, especially since I figured out the kind of the network woes that we've been having. OBS will occasionally have hiccups, so that's something we can just kind of deal with. No big deal. You also have to come back here and get rid of the Umbral and Nightmare. So, we've begun this campaign, our little spooky run into, I guess what they've gotten changed for the Gargoyle update. This will no longer be an active campaign once once November 11th does roll around. So if for some reason we aren't able to get that far into this one, we'll just kind of consider this our kind of first look at the changes to the Death Cult. Next time we jump into a new series, it'll be taking a look at the Tyranny Cult that is also changed for the Dark Culture. Thanks all for stopping on by. We'll see you all next time.